Are brilliant for running games and things, because you quite often have to be putting cones down, stumps down and things like that. So have a good look around at what lines are available. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 hints that are kind of key to coaching kids, and then we're just going to do a whole load of games and exercises that will be kind of part of the plans that you deliver, and you're going to be running the sessions as well once I've given you the tips. So you'll be the participants, and feel free to want to join in as well. That'd be awesome.
You got them here now?
No, just when we do the games, and we'll get them if they want to join in. It's quite fun. Okay, so key principles of coaching sessions. One I've already broken. Don't talk too much because kids will be bored. By now, you've lost them. I've already been talking for about a minute and a half. They've gone. So introduce yourself. Briefly introduce what you're going to do, and then get on with it. That's by far the easiest way of doing it. When you're telling them what you want them to do, always check for understanding. Because half the time they won't be listening, or maybe you're describing it in a way that maybe they don't quite understand or they're not used to. So always, I'll do it for the first game in a minute, always just check for understanding. When we start the activity, which we want to try and do really, really quickly, we then pretty quickly afterwards will bring them back in again, just to give them some extra hints and tips. So probably straight off, we'll just let them get on with it, and then we'll bring them back and go, right, this time, see if you can do X, Y, Z, and you kind of drip feed in little coaching tips. Because actually we want to kind of let them play games and enjoy themselves and almost don't realise that they're learning stuff as well. Because if you make it like school, again, they won't be particularly interested. Some kids will, but most just want to run around and throw loads of balls and catch loads of balls and hit loads of balls. But that's really what we're going to end up doing. All right? Questions so far? Brilliant, nice and easy. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to work along sort of various skills of cricket. I tend to start with catching, because catching is the one thing that most kids can generally do a little bit. So what I'd like you to go and do is go and grab a tennis ball next, please. A couple here. Set that one. The kids want to join in as well? Yeah, great.
Nej.
You can speak English with me.
You have to, because my Icelandic is rubbish. I don't know any Icelandic at all. Okay, so what we're going to do, the very simple exercise, is we're going to do a bit of catching. Okay, so now you're the kids, so assume you're the kids. What I want you to do is find a little bit of space. Don't go too far, but don't go too close to each other. Find a little bit of space where you can just throw the ball up in the air, not very far, and catch it in 2 hands. Off you go. Okay, guys, you're a little bit close there. Just spread out a little bit more so you don't push everybody. Excellent, well done. Okay, great. Come back in the slide, please. Okay, was that easy or was that hard? Pretty easy, okay. So I think I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult for you, because I think you're quite an advanced group, for this age. What we do now is the same exercise, but we try and get a clap when the ball goes up in the air and try and catch it. Okay. You can do that. You can do 1 clap. Next time, do 2 claps, 3 claps, and see how many claps you can fit in and still catch the ball. Off you go. $15 is the record I've ever got a kid to do. Hey, good one. Let's try and catch it. Okay, brilliant. And we're on to the blue line again.
Okay.
Right. Who can tell me what you need to do to make sure you're good at that? What skills do we need to make sure?
Watch the ball.
Watch the ball. Excellent. Very good lead. Anybody else? What other ideas do we have?
Catch the ball.
Yeah, obviously catch the ball. How do we catch the ball? What do we need to do to catch the ball?
Use 2 hands.
Use 2 hands. Excellent. Again, Lee. Go top of the class.
Hands. Timing.
And there's one more important thing with catching.
Timing.
Not quite. They're throwing you a bit more about the catching rather than the throwing.
Judgment as well. Focusing.
We need to be very still. Okay, so when the catch goes up in the air, the more still we are when we catch the ball, our head's still and we watch the ball closely, and it's much easier to catch the ball with our hands together. Okay, we're going to do one more little exercise with this, and then we're going to start again, and one of you is going to run that drill for the class. Okay, so this time, I want you to throw the ball up in the air, and I want to see if you can spin round, all the way round, and catch the ball. So you're going to throw it round, you're going to spin round, just like that. It's not as easy as it looks.
I'm a circus juggler.
For you, it should be a dodgeball.
That's fun life.
Yeah. Don't do it too many times because you start to get a bit dizzy after a while. Okay, and back onto the blue line, please. Right.
What's the ball again?
That is almost always the first lesson I do somewhere new with a group of 7 to 11-year-olds, which is what we're going to have. It's a very simple thing. Most of those bits that the kids can do. Some of those you might not use. So the twisty round one, that's quite difficult. So you have to sort of assess who you've got. Right, who's our first volunteer going to be to do that again, but maybe put your own spin on it and see if you can add something different. Who'd like to have a go? You're all going to have a go at this, so someone do it nicely.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks, Lee. Yeah, brilliant. Right.
No, but to go the no pressure situation, that's good for children. They all like to be there. But just do it differently. Like spin and do it differently.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Right. If you can put more balls down over there, please. I'll take that one. Okay, next variation of this. If you can go into a circle around me, not too far away, so if you come a little bit closer. About there, that's it. If you can just all go spread out in a circle all around me. Okay, so we've done a bit of catching now, and now we're going to start throwing it a little bit lower and a little bit harder. So I'm going to go around the circle, I'm going to throw your catches. As soon as you catch it, I'm going to throw it back to me. Okay, if you drop it, you'll need to sit down, and you'll be out of the game for the time being. Okay? I'll make it nice and easy to start with, and I'll go around it in order. Okay, are you ready? So what are you going to do when I throw it? What else? Great. Okay, off we go. When kids do things for the first time, we give them a let off because we don't quite want to be let down so early. Oh, brilliant. Okay, we'll go a bit quicker now. Oh, no. A little bit harder, that one maybe. Try again. Try again. Have a jump off. Okay, so what we can now do is we'll now sort of spread it around a little bit. So you have to make sure you watch the ball and not watch me because it can go anywhere at any time. There's another catching game, and you can just it's all like Lee, he used to win this with 3 or 4 balls in one maybe. Yeah. I do this with 2 of the kids absolutely love it, and I'd love to watch it. Do you want to have a go at doing this with like multiple balls? I'd love to watch you try and do that.
Sure.
Yeah?
What you're doing is coach.
Yeah, but with yeah, that's it.
Oh my God.
Okay, great. Well, hold that there. Right. I'm going to rattle through these because we've got loads of things. One of the key things of the coaching session is try and prepare as many things in advance as possible, because now it's going to take you maybe a minute to set up another drill. That minute the kids could be up to quite a lot. If we've always got two coaches in a session, it's the ideal. You can get one team of the kids. Unfortunately, we generally on our own. You never quite what's going to happen. Right, so I'm going to set up something else. Could you split the teams into two teams, please?
1, 2, 1, 2. Team 1, team 1.
We have one team standing inside the blue square here.
That's team 1.
And the other team inside this blue square here.
It's team 2.
Okay.
I remember this one you did it for with us. I know.
Now, just a little hint on picking teams. When you're with a group of kids, you never choose two captains, because unfortunately the same kids get left behind and picked last, and it causes no end of problems. So the best thing to do is 1, 2, 1, 2, and then watch out for the kids that will change one at the end, make sure they're there. It doesn't matter. Inside the square, okay? And this is another catching game. And we throw the ball underarm from one square into the other square. As it goes through the middle, it needs to go above my head height, so nice and high, and land in the square. If your throw doesn't land inside the square, so it's a bit short, or it's a bit wider, a bit long, you have to come out of the square and you're temporarily out of the game. Okay? If your ball does land inside the square, you need to catch it on the opposing team. If it lands on the floor inside your square, whoever drops it or whoever's closest to it when it falls on the ground is out. Okay? If you catch it one-handed, whoever in your team was out first can come back into the square. Okay? If you're down to one player in your team and they catch it one-handed, the whole team comes back in again. Okay?
Cool.
Right. So, you throw over arm or under?
Underarm.
Underarm. How high?
Over your head.
Fantastic. And what happens if you drop it? Perfect. Okay, so give it a
And
go.
get out there, play the square.
Now, you just have to leave the square just close because you might come back in again pretty quickly.
One hand. Okay.
Off you go. Yep, quick as you can. Oh, a little bit low, that one, a bit higher. That's perfect. Good. Right. Good. Excellent. Okay, hold it there. You seem quite an advanced route, so it's a little bit more difficult. You can now throw it over arm, and it doesn't matter what height it is.
Except my daughter.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, Gabriel, I think you were just closest. So you have to leave the square. Just pop over this side, because hopefully one of your teammates will catch it one-handed in a minute. Oh, lucky. It did go outside the square, but because you touched it, you're out.
Oh, tennis.
Oh, I think after you're closest. Okay.
So I have to be actually one-handed to bring the ball back?
Yes, you do. Yes. Let's carry on.
I will take leave, please.
Yay! Very good. Well, that's a good throw. Oh, the whole team's back in again. Except we won't do that because otherwise we'll be here all day. So, if everyone just pops back on this blue line for me, please. So we've pretty much done in no time at all a whole lot of catching. If you think each one of those exercises you'll do for 10, 15 minutes maybe, the number of catches they're all going to get in that time, and also they're throwing it as well. So we haven't taught them anything about throwing it yet, but already they've got a bit of overarm throwing, a bit of underarm throwing. And so we're building up some skills, just really amongst some games. So they think they're playing games, but actually we've taught them how to catch a little bit. Maybe with actual kids, we'd probably be talking about hands together and fingers pointing downwards and hands pointing up for higher catches, all those kind of skills. But the important thing is not to just have them standing here like this for 10 minutes telling them how to catch. Much better if you've got balls coming out left, right and centre. I'm just going to show you one more catching game very, very quickly, and then we'll move on to a bit of throwing, and we'll start building up some of the techniques. At the end, I'm going to get each of you to run one of these drills that I've given you. All right, so that's kind of like the accreditation at the end will be each one of you running it in the same kind of style, your own style, but following these points right at the end of the session. Okay, so try and remember as many of these as you can. Right, okay, I need a semicircle. So this red semicircle here, can you all go into the red semicircle about that far apart from the person next to you? Okay, about fingertips apart. So onto the red semicircle, facing this way, about fingertips, outstretched fingertips apart. Okay, this is another quite fun catching game they all love. This is called King of the Hill. Okay? So, you're at the top of the hill, you're the king, and we have a queen, and we have a prince, and we have a princess. Yes! With a whole load of corgis, and we have a peasant at the bottom of the hill. Okay?
Jakob.
If you catch the ball, you can stay where you are. If you drop the ball, if you drop the ball, you have to go to the bottom of the hill and be our new peasant. Okay, so when you catch it, throw it straight back to me. Off we go. Oh, okay. That's enough of that one, but you got the principle of it. Again, the kids, that's the one we just played before was called Square. The kids loved that one, we play that over and over again. King of the Hill they love as well. Make up the names, and I've always gone sort of King, Queen, Prince. It could be anything. Corgis works particularly well in England because everyone understands that, but there are probably some Viking things you could probably use, I don't know. Right, should we do a bit of throwing, okay? So what we'll do now is I'm going to set up a little relay race. Start a little bit of throwing. This is quite good for a warm-up. So at the start of every session, we would normally have a warm-up. Okay, in your same two teams, can I get your two teams lining up in a straight line behind the yellow stumps, please?
We stand even efter gule.
Then the cone needs to be out.
Okay, first player on the team to stand behind the stumps. Everybody else in the team, come up here, please. So everybody else in the team, line up behind. Let's go behind the blue line, make it nice and simple. Okay? So, this is to practice our fielding, and we're imagining that the batsmen are running, and we're trying to run them out. The wicket-keepers are going to roll the ball out along the ground, and you're going to run in, get nice and low, pick up the ball here with your foot, stopping the ball from going past you, and as you come up, you're going to throw the ball underarm towards the target. Okay? The secret to this is to stay really low, because if you come up too quickly when you throw it, you're going to throw it in the air over the top of the wicket keepers. Once the wicket keepers have the ball in their hands, you're going to run to the back of the stumps, you're going to swap over, the wicket keeper will go to the back of the line, and you will then throw the ball out to the next person. Once everybody's been, everyone's sitting down on the floor with their hand up in the air, and we'll see who the winning team is. Okay, so, what's going to happen?
So when you throw the ball, I have to pick it up from the floor.
Yep. Excellent.
Down. Put the foot behind the ball.
Yep.
and throw to the wicket keeper, throw to the target.
Yep.
Then run and stay behind to the wicket keeper.
Perfect. Okay, can we give it a go? Okay, ready?
Arid. Yeah.
Kastar boltan, nærhånden kastar han til mig, så Kim hukar och gerir það sem ég gera í eitt skipti. Svo skiptir.
Okay, Gab.
Okay, all good?
Gabby, can you translate for Brynja when Jakob's not here? Yeah.
Okay, ready? When you give a throw, right along the ground so it's rolling, not bouncing, please. Okay, go.
Oh, well, good kick.
Really good.
Okay, og löftu það sem hann er. Svo kastar þú boltan til mín.
Okay, so once you've all been, just sitting down. Brilliant. Okay, so everyone just come back onto the blue line for me, please. Everyone back on the blue line. So, what could we do to make that a little bit easier for the wicketkeeper? Throw it above the stumps, very good. So again, you're just trying to introduce little skills for them each time, but all they've really done is had a relay race, and all they want to do is win the relay race. So they end up doing the skill wheel because they want to win the race. And we've just taught them a little bit about underarm throwing. Okay? We'll do some overarm throwing now. Remember all these drills because you're going to choose one later on. Okay, this time, can you split into 4 teams for me, please? Like, normally I do that for the kids, but you guys can mind that.
You need 4 stumps?
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just making sure we can all see later, like people who are not here, and if they want to do the program, it's much better to do it so he does not need to teach us again. Yeah. So this is like a backup for us, for the people. Watch our video for 2 hours and you're ready.
So we have a little game now called Hit the Stumps, okay? And there's 2 bits to this. We're going to have teams on that yellow line and that yellow line playing against each other. You have to throw the ball overarm to try to hit the stumps. If you hit the stumps, you get 5 points. If you miss the stumps, the fielding team the other side has to make sure the ball doesn't go over their line, their boundary line. Okay? If the ball goes over their boundary line, you get 4 points. Because that happens in cricket. If the ball goes over the boundary, you get 4 runs, and the umpire signals a 4 like that. So again, we're introducing a concept of a boundary well before we actually start playing a game where they might hit boundaries, and we're introducing the whole 4 runs concept. It could be 1 point for going over the line, but by introducing 4, you're already starting to get into their heads what a boundary might look like. Okay. We will introduce here a little bit of technique. Now, we could just let them go off and do it. Might be an idea, because what we tend to find is that most kids will throw with their wrong foot forwards. For some reason, naturally, people tend to, particularly girls for some reason, tend to put their other foot forward and throw off balance that way around. So we tell them that the non-throwing foot, so I'm left-handed, so my non-throwing foot with my right foot is the one that goes forward, so we have a solid base, and that way we've got a better chance of pointing towards the target and following through and hitting the target. Okay? The other thing we'll let them know, maybe when we bring them back in again, I won't do that now just because of time, is to ask them where to aim at on the stumps. And almost all of them will generally say at the top. And we all know that we need to throw at the bottom because it improves your margin of error. Okay?
What's the alternative word for aim?
Should we have a go? So in your team, so one team on the yellow line there opposite these stumps, please. Another team on the yellow line playing against them over here. Yep, you two go over there. And then one team over that side and one team over that side.
Team number 8.
So if you have that ball, so remember you need to throw from behind the yellow.
So that's the lean off.
Okay, off we go. So these guys have got okay. Being careful of the kids, throw it as hard as you can, but just be aware of the kids around.
Yeah, let's go out.
So, 5 points! 5 points! Well done! Very good. Ooh! Yeah! Unfortunately, it's in front of the line, so it doesn't really count, that one. You can decide with the group how strict you want to be on that, and you're old enough to know better. Hey!
How many points did I get?
5 hitting stumps and 4 if it goes over.
Nej, det är
Oh, that was close.
I know.
Hey, okay, and hold it there. Come in onto this blue line here, please, now, everybody. Okay, hands up. Did anybody hit the stumps twice or more? You're the only one. Nobody else. That's fantastic. Very good. Okay. Every week we're going to try and do some batting because actually that's the thing they probably want to do the most. Maybe the first session you might just introduce a few bits because they probably, a lot of them won't know a hell of a lot about cricket up until now. But after that, always try to get a batting session in. So we're going to play a game now called the 3T game. Okay, so I just need about 1 minute to set it up. If you want to just grab a quick drink while I do that, or just have a quick couple of minutes, that'd be awesome.